Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate all the support and the new subscribers over the winter. Haven't put a lot of things out, I know that. Just been preoccupied with the grandkids and work and stuff around the house and what have you, getting ready for the 2024 season. But I wanted to share something really cool. I did something to the Road King this winter, and it was quite the process. And I haven't seen this integrated process in a video on YouTube, so I thought I would put something out there. Not saying that this will work for everybody, but it worked for me. Bottom line, I saved myself $1,000 on getting my handlebars done, and it's not really a loophole, but it's two different companies, corporations working together. If you have relationships with folks, you can get a lot of things done that sometimes you can't. The whole spoonful of sugar goes further than a bowl of honey, or I don't know, something like that. Anyway, I decided to get new handlebars for the Road King. But I've been riding this thing for a year, and let me tell you something. These stock bars suck. These stock bars are 8-inch rise, and they are 36 inches from out to out, and I think the pullback on the stock, don't quote me on this, I know somebody will, might be 2.5 inches, maybe, as the I was gonna say the crow flies, but that makes no sense. Anyway, long story short, I purchased the KST Double Trouble 12-inch, and they are 34 inches out to out, so that's already 2 inches I'm coming in, and they're 6.5-inch pullback, so that's going to be a dramatic change in my riding style. I'm getting ready to leave. It is January. It's 35 degrees outside, and my crazy ass is getting ready to ride this bike down to Harley, drop it off. But I want to go into detail now about how I saved almost $1,000 on this job from Harley, and I'm not touching a wrench. Harley wrote me up a quote for the job for all in handlebars, new grips, new lines, whatever I needed. Total price was $2,300 roughly. $2,300. I'm like, my God, I don't even have a fairing, and it was a lot of hours for labor to run the lines, run the wires. So I started doing research. It can't be that hard, man. I can do this myself. So I went on YouTube, like everybody does, and I found some videos where, yeah, it's not too bad. And then I found some that were, why the hell did I do this? This is really bad. Some guys had to take the pins off and repin them, and because they couldn't get them through, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. So how am I going to cut this cost? So I went back and forth with Harley a couple times to no avail. They go by the book, and I get that, man. Businesses are in business to make money, sure. But there's got to be another way. So I started searching for other programs, and I kept coming across these videos for KST Kustoms out of Georgia. So I looked them up, and I started searching, and sure enough, KST Kustoms has a program called Locked and Loaded. And that program really is your OEM stuff on one of their bars. This is how it works. You go on the website, and you purchase the Locked and Loaded program, your bars, new grips, if you don't already have a set, and any wiring extensions you may need. It'll tell you, depending upon the size of the bars you go with, if you're going to need new extensions. I went with 12s, so I didn't need new extensions. Anyway, I purchased, just for an example, I purchased everything on January 11th. I ordered the Locked and Loaded program. That was $170. The Double Trouble black 1.25-inch bars, which was $275, and a new set of Avon grips, which is $74.95, for a grand total of $519.95. I talked to my service manager down at Harley Davidson, All-American, and Mike basically decided to work with me on this. This isn't something they normally do, but in Mike's own words, 50% of something is better than 100% of nothing. So he wrote it all up and said, hey, it'll be between $700 to $800 for us to take everything off, ship everything out, and not ship it because that's included, but send it all out, reinstall and fit your new bars. So now my price went from $2,300 to a grand total of $1,287.95 if it all works out. So roughly just about a grand or more I saved on this deal. So let me give you the timeline. I purchased everything on January 10th. I took the bike down to Harley on January 11th, and I stopped and got a medium-size USPS box and pre-printed the label of that KST Kustoms sent to me via email. Dropped everything off on the 11th. Harley went ahead and took everything off that same afternoon, put everything in the box, took some photographs for me so I could see everything. And KST Kustoms has a check sheet that you fill out, you sign off on, that goes in the box, that goes with it. That's just to make sure you don't forget nothing and you send everything that you need. Harley shipped everything out on Friday the 12th, and even with the holiday on Monday, KST Kustoms installed everything, wrapped it all up, and they shipped the bars back to me, which I got by Wednesday, January 17th. Now this is only 6 days. 6 days, everything's off, everything's out, everything's installed, and everything's back. So I took the new bars down to Harley the same day on Wednesday. Quick 20-minute drive. I am down at All American Harley Davidson in Hughesville. And let's go drop these bars off. 2 days later, I went back down to Harley and got fitted for the bars with the tech. They loosen it up. You feel where you want everything. And then I left the bike there because they had to button everything up and test it. And I got a little tied up, so I think it was a couple days. But on the 23rd, I went and picked the bike up. So 13 days later, less than 2 weeks per se, I had new bars on my bike. And I saved a grand by trying this out. So, I have a good relationship with my Harley dealership, All American. The guys in service, Scott and Mike, they're all great. Eddie, they do a good job. They work with you. And bottom line, it doesn't hurt to ask, man. Just try. Somebody hands you a quote per se. See what you can do. Find other ways. Some of you guys, awesome. You do it yourself. I'm sure there's people watching this going, well, you just threw away $700. You could have done it yourself. Maybe I could have done it myself. Maybe I could have screwed something up. If you're looking to change your bars out, this is the process I went through. Utmost confidence in KST Kustoms. If you got a good relationship with your Harley dealership, or your motorcycle dealership. And I'm speaking on Harley because that's what I had this done, was a Road King. I formerly had a Victory. But for those that have Indian or whatever, I'm sure, just talk to your dealership. They may be willing to work with you. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. I got some camping trips already planned. I'm looking forward to doing some awesome cooking this year. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. If you got any questions on this, reach out to me. I reply to every comment that's left on any of my videos, and hopefully I can maintain that moving forward. So take care, and I'll see you on the next one.